Hey.
So, what's going on?
We're going to the Ford dealership.
On this fine Saturday
Yes.
afternoon? I was going to say
Absolutely.
morning, but it's already gotten to be
Yeah, it's
afternoon.
got, it's just over afternoon.
Just past.
Just afternoon, I should say.
It's 24 minutes afternoon to be exact.
But anyway, so we had, the truck has been acting up that I mow with. If I turn it off,
You don't mow with the truck. You haul your mower.
the truck that I'll pull my mowing trailer with has been acting up. Our truck, the truck that we own. And basically,
When it acts up, I call it your truck.
Yeah, it would start in the mornings fine, but after it got hot, it wouldn't start. And I knew, because of the way that engine operates, I had a high pressure oil problem in the high pressure oil system. It's a complicated system. The oil makes the injectors fire. So, and when the oil gets hot and thin, it was bleeding back off and it wouldn't reprime itself. So anyway, it would have to sit for a couple hours. So basically for the last 2 weeks, my truck has been running from the time I started in the morning until the time I get home. We just had to leave it running all day. So we bought a high pressure oil pump and an IPR valve, which is an injection pressure regulator, yesterday. Dropped nearly $1,000 at the Ford dealership. Actually over $1,000 at the Ford dealership. And that's my cost, that's wholesale on these parts. And
It hurt.
yeah, it hurt, but we thought, I just wanted to be ready for whatever it could be, for the worst. So we,
That's what you really were thinking.
yeah, I was really thinking that's what it was. Because usually with me, nothing is ever the simple fix. It's usually as bad as it can be.
This would be the truck that he replaced the entire engine in a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
But not the high pressure oil pump. It
Right.
didn't replace.
So we thought, well, it's the high pressure oil pump is a known problem with these trucks, so that's probably what it is. So we,
We're in work zone traffic.
we were working on it today, Jack and I. We got it good and hot, and pulled the valve covers off and did some tests on it and found...
Burned off all their fingerprints.
No. We found leaking around the O-rings on the injectors, on some of the injectors. So I have, now we're going to return a very expensive oil pump
Hallelujah.
and gonna buy $50 worth of O-rings for the injectors to replace the O-rings on all eight injectors. But basically, the high pressure oil pump was $560 some plus 150 core, and so $710, right? Yeah, something like that. $700 something. Then we bought an IPR valve too, which I am going to replace because it can cause a problem with the high pressure oil pump, which is an H pop. But this may be boring to y'all, but what I'm saying is, God has really blessed us. We're able to take like $700 worth of stuff back and replace it with $50.
He's blessed us in the fact that we had the money to buy it in the first place.
If this had happened 5 months ago, right? We would have had to borrow the money to buy this high pressure oil pump and fix the truck. Even if it was $50, we would have had to borrow the money. We just didn't have it.
Any extra, so yeah.
But since we've been working for ourselves, God has just really blessed us. And
but then it's even more of a blessing because we don't even need the expensive parts. And so
right, exactly. And
we can take that money and put it back into fixing the camper.
We're fixing the camper. We're leaving in a couple weeks for our camping trip, and the camper is still torn apart. I haven't fixed the roof yet.
Kind of got put on the back burner.
I got a lot to do. Yeah, the truck kind of took
and we're on
priority.
Deadline for the camper, but the truck,
the truck has to be right.
Yeah, it can't work.
That's where we make our money.
Yeah.
But basically, I didn't know how we were going to have the money to fix the camper, spending $700 on the truck. But I wasn't worried about it, and I wasn't even thinking about it because I knew that it was going to work out. And that was yesterday. I'm having all these thought processes, thinking, well, it's going to be fine. I don't know how, but God's got it. He hasn't let us down so far. And then today we found out we're going to return $700 worth of stuff, which is more than enough money to do the repairs on the camper.
And the task in and of itself is a lot less daunting and a lot less time.
Yes, absolutely.
Tedious as compared to what it would have been.
Absolutely. So anyway, that's where we are. I just wanted to say thank you,
what's going on. Yeah, thank you, Lord. Let you know what's going on with us.
Yeah.
Little update on the camper. I do have some footage of a little bit of the demo. I haven't had time to edit it yet, so I'll get that edited soon and hopefully get a video up. But we'll get that moving along again.
It's probably going to be hard to video the repair because we're down to the line right now.
Yeah, he still has all of his yards to mow.
I've got to keep mowing.
Get the camper ready. Plus, figure out what we need for the trip and make sure all the kids have enough, you know, underwear and stuff like that for traveling.
So anyway, basically, we'll give you a tour when it's done. It's going to be our customized thing because not every 20-foot camper is made to fit. I did measure it. I said before it is 24 feet, and that's from the tongue to the back. The box on it's about 20 feet.
They're not made to fit 10 people, so we're going to modify it. So it's not going to be fancy, but it's going to work for what we need it for. So.
Absolutely. So don't get your hopes up with some kind of really pretty, cool deal.
There won't be any granite in there. And there won't be
no. And some of the stuff needs to be replaced, but just because we're down to the wire, we're going to clean it. Like it really needs a new countertop because the humidity in there causes it to swell. But for this camping trip, we're not going to replace it. We're just going to rock and roll with what we have, and it's going to be just fine.
Yep.
So
we'll look into doing more to it later on, possibly. But for the moment, we're going to get it, you know, where we can inhabit it for a week and sleep comfortably. But everything works. The air conditioner works. The heat works. The fridge works. The stove top works. The oven works. So everything. Do we check the water heater? We don't know for sure.
I'm working on that right now. I'm checking
the water heater works.
Yeah, it has to work.
Yeah, it's gonna be
boiling water.
Yep.
Doing sponge baths.
Yeah, that would be rough in it. Anyway, all right. Enough of our ramblings.
So yeah, hopefully that's not boring. Basically,
I hope we don't blow you all to death.
Thank God that He is blessing us and taking care of us once again. And so there.
So there.
We should have the truck back together this evening.
Hallelujah.